And if tomorrow we decided we had the lithium abundance wrong, they would go back and change the model. One of those parameters are like 8 or 10 free parameters. That's another one to get the model to fix. So I'm not impressed with those kind of predictions. They're actually not predictions at all. They keep adding additional factors in.
So it almost makes it non-falsifiable. In other words, there's nothing there that can falsify it.
That's the problem.
They keep changing
Yeah.
it. It's like Jell-O.
It's like Jell-O. As soon as a new problem comes along, new observation, this happened many, many times. You simply hypothesize a new field, a new force, a new factor, and that saves your bacon each time. It's becoming a rescuing device.
But I think the writing's on the wall.
Evidently 40% of Americans disagree with you, and they can't reconcile their faith with the theory of evolution.
The figure varies between 40–45% and has done for about the last 30 years. It's an astonishing figure, and that appears to be true. Gallup polls seem to suggest that that is true. It's even worse than that, because they actually believe that the world is less than 10,000 years old. And because since the true age of the Earth is 4.6 billion years old, that's a non-trivial error. I've previously compared it to believing that the width of North America is 8 yards.
Face it, there was a bishop in the Middle Ages there, 1800 something, who added up the dates listed in Genesis, and he came up with the world had been around for 6,000 years. There ain't no way that's possible. You know, anybody that's in the oil business knows that he's drilling down. He drilled down 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles underground. You're coming into all these layers that were laid down by the dinosaurs. And we have skeletons of dinosaurs that go back about 65 million years. And to say that it all came about in 6,000 years is just nonsense. And I think the time we come off of that stuff and say this isn't possible. And, but I mean, so there was a big bang. So
that some other effect could mimic this signal. If it's real, I doubt if it's real, but if it's real, it could be mimicked by something else. And I was lambasted by people. One of them was a website called The Friendly Atheist. I don't know if you've tangled with him yet, but he was just saying what an idiot or fool I was to suggest such a thing. You know, basically, we've proved cosmic inflation, Big Bang model's proved. You people believe in six-day creation. You're totally wrong. Blah blah blah. Even a couple of Christian folk took me on, saying because they believe in the Big Bang and cosmic inflation, and kind of ridiculed me.
Pole, there's just a big ring of ice out there, and how far that ring goes, nobody knows, supposedly. So since there is no South Pole, no one's been there. Well, I've known people who have spent 6 months at the South Pole station we have, research station. I guess they've lied about it all, I suppose.
That's because they're part of the Illuminati.
Part of the conspiracy, yep. And of course, you have to believe that in this model, it's domed over with this dome with the stars and sun and moon on it. So You can't have any space travel, so NASA has lied about everything it's done. We've never landed on the moon, never mind the fact that there are at least 2 Christians who walked on the moon, and there are numerous Christian astronauts who've orbited the Earth. They're all lying, too.
That's right.
And of course, as a PhD astronomer, I'm in a position to know better, and so I must be lying as well. But, you know, no one's made that claim about me yet. I suspect that's coming. But no one's at least come to me and said, yeah, you're part of the conspiracy, too, and you're lying as well. The sheer volume of the amount of liars involved has to be incredible.
Ernst Haeckel, the German professor from Jena University, made up this entire dumb idea in 1869. Darwin's book came out in 1859. The next year it was translated to German. Haeckel read the book and said, wow, what a great theory. If only we had some evidence. 9 years later, they still had no evidence, so Haeckel decided to make some. He was an embryology professor. He's taught how embryos develop, so he took a drawing of a dog and a human embryo and changed them, made them look just alike, and said, see, this proves we have a common ancestor with dogs. Well, nobody caught on or stopped him, so he did a bunch more. He took drawings of all kinds of different animals and faked them, and he made them all look very, very similar. Haeckel made giant posters of his fake drawings and traveled all over Germany and told everybody, you ought to believe this new theory because we've got the proof right here. On top are Haeckel's fake drawings. Underneath are actual photographs of what he claimed he was drawing a picture of. Haeckel lied deliberately. His own university held a trial and convicted him in 1875. He said, I should feel utterly condemned, except hundreds of biologists lie under the same charge. Everybody else lies, so it's okay for me to lie too. Haeckel's biogenetic law is as dead as a doornail, folks. It's not true. It never was true. Proven wrong, 1875. It's not true. He was convicted of fraud. His own university held a trial and convicted one of their own professors of lying. But his drawings are still used in textbooks in your county tonight. Proven wrong 125 years ago.
Scientists line up overwhelmingly on one side of this issue. It would have to be an enormous conspiracy going on between scientists of all different disciplines in all different countries to have such a consensus. That doesn't move you?
No, not at all, because from a biblical perspective, I understand why the majority would not agree with the truth. Man is a sinner. Man is in rebellion against his creator.
All these scientists are sinners?
Well,
Suppose somebody's coming through town and they're handcuffing everybody, taking them off to jail, and then they're going to kill them. But you don't have any arms.